Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So, had a bunch of issues hitting balls fat lately. Been driving the club into the ground, and it's really been like sending shockwaves up my arms that leave like lasting pain for a couple of days. It's kind of been preventing me from really playing golf the way I want to. So I went a couple of days back and saw a guy named RJ and a guy named Dave at Golf Etc. in Ponte Vedra. Kind of went over a lesson with them. I'm gonna leave links below to all of their stuff down in the description. But basically what RJ pointed out is that I was reverse pivoting the wrong way and even picking my back foot up. Just kind of having this type motion. So not only did I notice it when he pointed it out and agree, but I also went back and watched a lot of my YouTube videos that I've already posted, and apparently I've been doing this for a while. So he set me up with a couple of drills and also kind of went through some things to try to get me a little more proper setup. Hopefully we're going to be behind the ball and hitting through it, and no more of this like starting the swing in front of the ball and then trying to correct it halfway through and then just pounding the club into the dirt. So hopefully we can get that fixed. So it's going to be a lot more weight going backwards into that back leg, coming back here, and a lot less of this over the top crap. I'll try to work on this here all day long. Got these set up. Drills we went over was to make sure we have this in the center of our stance, ball slightly forward, and then this here alignment stick is to kind of give you feedback on whether or not your foot rolls. And then we're going to spend the rest of the day just cracking balls. He went super right. So part of this is that I've started slicing them again, but that shot didn't hurt. My divot's actually in front of the ball like it's supposed to be. So at least if we can start doing everything that way correctly, I'll figure out how to stop slicing them. I've dialed that in once on my own before. I'll do it again. So that's pretty much what we went over in the lesson. Spent a lot of time sitting here going over some balls. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Weather's supposed to get really bad about 11. So I really don't know what the plan is. Maybe it's just to hit a bucket. Maybe it's hit a bucket and play 9. Kind of figured out as I go. So enjoy the journey. Keep pausing the camera, going back and looking at my shots, and it looks like I'm getting here fine, you know, like I'm getting to this spot and everything's good. It's somehow I try to get up further, and then that's where I start, it goes to crap real fast after a certain point. So I'm going to try to start working on just only getting them here, coming through the shot, you know. So I noticed that I'm still doing it. Just gotta cut that shit out. Try to get things going right. That might be the best shot I hit all morning. Well, there's that slice. So I can't say for a fact that RJ is watching this video, but I did hand him one of the Vice balls with the channel name on it so that he could find it. And my subscription did spike by 2 subs like within a few hours. So it's very likely that him and Dave have subbed to this channel and they're watching this. And that means it's highly likely that he's like screaming at his phone screen right now, going, dude, we just worked on this. How have you already screwed it up? Which is very true. I don't know how I screwed it up that fast. Honestly, I didn't think it was that bad at the range, and like looking at the video quickly and then jumping back on the clubs, like it honestly didn't look that bad. But after studying it for a few hours while I'm editing it, it's absolutely terrible. Like, oh my God, it's terrible. So gonna put in a lot more work over the next couple of days. Really gonna try to work on getting it fixed up. So while I have the video paused so that I could do this, I also don't feel like I've said enough good things about RJ and Dave throughout this video. So I found Dave through the ad he does on Facebook for a free golf lesson, free swing analysis, whatever you want to call it. And at the time, I'd been playing golf for like a week. I had literally no clue what I was doing. So I went out there for a lesson, analysis, whatever, just to try to hopefully learn something. But from there, Dave basically taught me all the fundamentals: how to hold a golf club, how to swing a golf club, what proper stance and posture are. Like, the only reason I know any of that crap is because, like, Dave gave me that first lesson for free. And so now I've been back for several lessons. I've also had him work on my clubs in the past. Like, if there's anybody in town that I'm going to go see for like an expert opinion, I'm going to Dave. He's in Ponte Vedra. So if you're anywhere in the Northeast Florida, Jacksonville, St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, go check him out. Go check out RJ. Those dudes are super good. They're going to treat you good. And let's try to also remember that, like, it's not like I gave them a thoroughbred to work with, man. I'm just some fat guy that decided to play golf one afternoon. So it's not like they're really working with a lot. You know what I mean? They're not miracle workers. They're just golf coaches. That sounded crispy. So I've never used this sideways camera angle where it just looks at my face while I'm making a golf shot. But honestly, in doing so, it has showed me that my club face looks open at address, and I have terrible inconsistencies with ball placement in between my feet. So expect me to use this camera angle a whole lot more throughout my videos in the future till I can start to get these things dialed in. So let's be honest. It's not amazing. It's not an overnight fix. I have a lot of work I still have to put in. I'm obviously still kind of getting into it a little bit, and still kind of missing them all over the place. But I mean, honestly, you're not gonna make a change in your swing and then, like, literally the next morning just go out suddenly have mastered it overnight. So it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some work, but I feel like I'm gonna get it down if I keep working at it and I keep going back and forth from the camera and making shots and paying attention to what I'm doing. You know, I feel like I can get there in another couple of days if I just keep working on it. Now, all that said, I have extra time and nothing to do. I have, like, the weather's going to come in an hour or two. I think I'm going to try to squeeze out 9 holes. I don't know how well it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot. Honestly, Normandy's so cheap that it's going to cost me about the same to go play 9 holes as it will be to sit here and hit balls, and probably going to hit the same amount of shots anyway. So let's get out there and we can practice our chipping and our putting and everything else that goes into golf as well. All right, so we're playing the back 9 at Cecil Field. Hit a few drives this morning off camera just to see if my driver wanted to play today, and it does not. So teed off with a 3-wood, put it on the cart path, just dropped it back over in the grass. Gonna give it a rip. Oh, that's gonna come up way short. Well, not as short as I thought it was, but so we have that to get up and down for par. Oh, I didn't hit it hard enough. Maybe I struck it poorly too. All right, guys, took that last putt for granted. Ended up missing it. I'm still going to call it a double bogey, but I did roll it back and tap it in just to, I guess, prove the point. I don't know. It's a par 4, dog legs, hard right. Just got to get it over this ditch. By over the ditch, I meant put it directly in the ditch directly. I know I said my driver didn't want to play today, but luckily this whole dog leg's so hard right that even when I strike them bad, they come out pretty well. Or sometimes you bounce off the trees and come back a little bit, you know? It'd be like that sometimes. Let's make sure we get this camera angle right, because I'm gonna try to put it right through them trees, which is probably a terrible idea because I'm an awful golfer. I mean, that's really not what I wanted to do, top the ball like that, but probably wasn't going to get to the green anyway. And I did roll it forever. I didn't bounce backwards off no trees. So I guess, like, all in all, it's not a bad result. So we're going to try and not get upset about it and just hit another shot. That's my own fault. Hit a couple of bad shots on this hole. Just try to call this our blow up hole for the round and hopefully play a little better throughout the day as I mush all these ant beds down. Thought I'd do the same. Couple bad chips, couple bad putts, water hazard. Yeah, just an average day here at Miles Martin Golf. I think we found a fairway. All right, so apparently I screwed up the recording. My ball was like right there where that little divot thing is, and then my slice suddenly come back and I ended up in a tree down there. It really sucks to have to take a drop when the ball should be somewhere in the wide open, but I guess that's just a bad break and I'll have to find somewhere to drop it. Drop it in the comments below if I've done something wrong by dropping the ball here. I don't actually know the rules of golf like that, so this is the last place I saw it, so this is where I put it. Sit down. Sit. Stop. Stay right there. Roll the other way. Ball don't listen to nothing I tell it to do. And I guess that's a 6. One of them's a lost ball. Still rough though. All right, so after the first 3 holes, we've taken a couple of terrible breaks. Gave up a really short putt on hole 10 that honestly I just didn't take super serious, but I should have because it was a really easy putt. And then hole 11 kind of kicked my ass, which is probably the same thing. I'm normally really good on that hole. I probably got overconfident, shanked one in the ditch, ended up 3-putting, hit a bad chip. And then here on 12, I just lost the ball in the middle of an open field, saw where it landed, just could not find it anywhere. The rough's not even that bad, so there's not like a good excuse for why I can't find that ball. All right, hole 13 is pretty tricky. The hole is over there to the left. My balls like to slice right to the trees, so there's kind of a, you know, problem there. I honestly have no clue where that went. So I think I got up under that thing and sent it up in the air. I'm not really sure where it went, but it looked like it was going left off the tee. So I'm gonna look around and see if we can find it. Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me that's me. Don't tell me. Oh man. Alright, well, I found it, but that's probably the best news I got. Alright, I found the ball right here. The green is still way back that way somewhere. No real chance of getting there. Guess we're gonna lay up somehow. Alright, I can't be upset about that. I didn't get caught up in the trees. I don't really know how to play a draw, but I did get out here far enough that I have a look at the green. I'm 100 yards from the flag. Wind in my face. Oh, that came up a lot short. Alright, so I was 1 of 5 to the flag. Normally send a pitching wedge about 115. So took a little bit off of it. I think I took too much off of it, and the wind was in my face as well. I think that screwed me up a little bit. So now we just have a short up and down throw. Oh, did I hit it hard enough? Oh, that hurt. All right, I'm gonna give that to myself. All right, so that's twice now I've forgotten to hit record today. This shot was terrible. Sliced really bad. I'm way to the right. I'm way short. Oh. All right, well, apparently we are 50-50 to slice it today. And these last two have definitely been pretty slicey. So here we are behind the trees. Flag is behind one of these trees. Pick one, it doesn't really matter because I can't get there anyway. So let's try and do some miracle stuff here. See what we can pull off. Maybe we'll slice one on purpose around the trees. That'd be really cool. So I moved the camera a little bit just in case you can see how this works out, if it works out. I'm going to attempt to pull a Zach Radford and sling it around the trees and back on the green. Probably not going to go that way at all. High risk, high reward, I guess, but I don't really have a different play behind these trees, so we're just going to go for it. So I think that was trying to do exactly what I wanted it to do until it hit a limb, bounced out here into the middle of the fairway. That was just awful. All right, hole 15, 150 yards-ish, give or take to the pin. 7-iron. So I muted the rest of this hole because honestly it's just me explaining how I'm gonna pull off this miracle shot out from under the bushes. But that's honestly not the case, and in post-production, while I'm sitting around editing it, I, for the life of me, cannot figure out why I didn't just put the ball back on the tee. I get it, I lost the ball in the woods, but I'm playing 3 from here, or I'm playing 3 from the tee, and at least from the tee, I have a shot of getting it on the green without having a bunker in play, and tree limbs in play, and everything else, and then obviously we ride up here and make a couple of terrible putts. And honestly, none of this really should even count. I shouldn't even played the hole this way. Should have just taken it back to the tee, played it out from there. But I guess it is what it is. Also, I did not get it here from the trees, and I do not want to act like I did. There was a few chips in between that just didn't get edited in because it was pointless. All right, wind's picked up, so I've had to lower the tripod just to try to keep the camera safe. Pull whatever I'm on is some amount of distance. That way I have some club in my hand and whatever. Oh, that's so bad. I don't know if I'm gonna find that. See, this wind's just picking up. That's a decent shot. Come on, wind, blow it back on the green. All right. Alright guys, so I hate to end the video after a top shot, but my phone's on 5%. I can't even see myself in the screen. I don't even know if my head's in frame right now while I'm talking to you guys. Pretty much just going to have to wrap it up here for the day. But, you know, I'm still going to play the last couple holes. I'm having fun, even though I've played pretty much like crap. But, you know, whatever, man. As long as I can have fun and not hurt myself, that's really what golf's about. So, huge shout out to RJ and David, the guys out at Golf Etc., for helping me be able to get my game back on track to at least the point that I could play and enjoy the game. And I'll see those guys here soon for some more lessons. Maybe we can get the ball straight, not play it in the woods so much. But that's another video for another day on another lesson. All those dudes' social media stuff will be down in the description below. Feel free to check them out. You know, get some lessons if you need some. And come back and catch me out for the next video. Alright guys, between now and then, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you folks in the next one.